So combined, we closed the year on roughly $110 million.
Crazy. This is Krissy Cela. Over the past decade, she's built a fitness empire, 3 million followers, an app with 80,000 monthly subscribers, and a gymwear line that makes millions on drop days.
So from Thursday to Thursday, so we had 2 drops, we made $9 million.
But this isn't your typical rags to riches Instagram influencer story, because this started over 25 years ago. When Krissy was just 5 years old, her and her family fled poverty in Albania.
Being an immigrant, you just have a different mentality. Failing was never really an option.
From there, Krissy went from waitressing shifts to law school before dropping everything to chase a dream no one thought was possible. She picked up a phone, began recording her workout, then everything changed.
I remember going live with it, not thinking much of it. I was like, just put it live, and then boom, 50 grand a month, 60 grand a month, 70 grand.
So we're here at her offices where she'll break down the exact blueprint she used to go from 0 to not 1, but 2 multi-million-pound businesses. This is More Than Numbers. We are with the amazing, trailblazing, talented, the one and only Krissy Cela. It's an honor to be with you today. How are you feeling?
So much. Good. I'm happy to have you here at the Oner Active HQ, so thank you for being here.
Hey, we're honored to be in there. Let's get straight into it. For those who don't know, what are your 2 businesses and when did you launch them?
My 2 businesses are EvolveYou app, which I launched actually a little bit over 6 years ago. And my second business is Oner Active, which is the clothing brand launched 5 years ago.
Wow. In the last year, how much has those businesses generated in revenue?
So combined last year, we closed the year on roughly $110 million.
Crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
in a year?
In a year.
Okay, let's take it back a little bit. Tell us a bit about your background. Moving from Albania to the UK, how was that experience and how did that shape you?
Oftentimes I try and forget what that feeling was like.
Yeah.
It was quite traumatizing looking back, that I was just so naive to think that being in the back of a truck / lorry was a normal thing. It was definitely not normal. But in all honesty, it was the best thing my parents ever did for me. And if I hadn't moved to the UK and had they not taken that risk, I don't think I would be in the position I am today, let alone have the freedom to be able to do what I do today. Being an immigrant, you just have a different mentality. I'm a firm believer that you feel like you have to prove yourself more and you have to hustle harder. Yeah. So failing was never really an option. Yeah.
Okay, Krissy, take us back. Why did you decide to make your first ever Instagram post? What motivated that action?
I actually had my heart broken at the time. So I was 17 and I thought I'd met the love of my life. And I was super insecure with who I was. I wasn't confident in who I was or the body that I had. And so I went to the gym. I remember just going to the cardio machines. Like the weights really scared me because it was only men there. And I realized that wasn't really giving me the results I personally wanted to see. Yeah. So I started really educating myself on training, strength training. And after a year and a bit into my journey, I felt good about myself. I was seeing my body change, you know, I'm seeing it recomposition. So I decided to post on Instagram, ironically to make my ex jealous, which is so vain. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I think sometimes being a little bit vain is okay. And I posted it and I was like, oh my God, look, I look good. He's going to see it. Yeah. He didn't see it, which is not a bad thing.
The rest of the world did, though.
The rest of the world did. So I was going to law school at the time. I was at university and I was waitressing. I was waitressing 25 to 30 hours a week. Yeah. So then I started posting whilst I was studying and just sharing my journey on how I'm trying to balance it all. And that's when it blew up. Yeah,
and it absolutely blew up. Can you take us through the journey of how your followers grew so much and what were the key moments in that journey in the past 11 years or so that really defined Krissy Cela today?
I really think it was at a time when not many people were creating fitness content. We're talking 10 years ago. But I was just sharing my journey with other women. I wasn't trying to glorify it. I wasn't trying to compete for anything. I wasn't trying to only get a specific aesthetic. I was sharing my journey as authentically as I possibly could to my audience of myself. Yeah. So I was posting consistently, sometimes twice a day, sharing my journey. It was very consistent. I didn't defer from one niche. I stuck to fitness. So I was sharing workout routines. I invested a lot on my YouTube. I mean, we grew my YouTube from 0 to 2.7 million subscribers in
crazy numbers, man.
The space of 3 years, which is incredible. And that was really because we was consistent. Our narrative was consistent. I wasn't trying to be what I wasn't. So I stuck to that. And I think when you stick to a niche, people know what they're getting.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important for anyone trying to really make it in the creative industry. Focus on what you're good at, double down on it, and be the best at it, as best as you possibly can.
Yeah. What sort of was the catalyst for then putting out these PDFs and that entering into that revenue stream? How did we get there?
I would see so many women were commenting and they were like, can you train me? Do you train people physically? Asking me for how I train. And then I just put a PDF together with the laptop I got as a student on my student loan for my university work. I was using images from online and I was putting a workout together. And I remember we went live with it. Didn't expect much.
Right.
I thought 1 or 2. And then boom, it was like 50 grand a month.
Crazy.
60 grand a month.
What?
70 grand.
So yeah, and that hunger just kept coming and coming because the next phase was turning those PDFs into an app. How did you come about that?
I was driving and I realized that this is unsustainable. And I had like a light bulb moment and I called my co-founder and I said, we can't keep doing PDFs. They're going to get leaked. People can send them to each other. You know, it's not sustainable. We can't add more to PDFs. We have to constantly launch new ones to replenish the old ones. And that's a lot of work. So that's when I said to him, we need to do apps. At the time, there was barely any fitness apps. We started building it. We got involved with people we thought we could trust. Unfortunately, we couldn't. It was very challenging times, very mentally challenging. That was the first time I'd been stung in business.
Damn.
So that's when I was like, no, this is not happening. It was a bit of a battle. And then we moved the app onto our own server where we owned everything. And now it's flourishing. We have an incredible team of people. I can't express enough how wonderful these people are and how much they genuinely care about the community of women they look after. And we own everything. So
I guess that was a defining moment and you sort of had to go through that kind of to be at where you are today. Let's take it back a bit. How much did it cost you to launch the app?
It costs roughly £200,000 to launch the EvolveYou app at the time. The overhead was quite a lot.
Right.
In team members, in infrastructure, in constant development. Then we did community events, merchandise. So it all stacked up over time.
Yeah. If I show you these 3 logos, you would instantly know what brands are behind them. You see, that is the power of a professional, memorable logo. Truth is, the key to any business is a pro logo. We have interviewed plenty of business owners, including Krissy, who has built 2 multi-million-dollar fitness brands. Even at her level, she knows strong branding starts with a professional logo. That is exactly what Design.com helps you create. Design.com is more than a logo maker. It is a world-class AI-powered platform that can generate thousands of handcraft exclusive logos in seconds. Logos that are unique, professional, and instantly recognizable. Once you find a logo you love, you can customize colors, fonts, and layouts, and download all the files you need to launch your brand confidently. But Design.com doesn't stop there. It's an all-in-one platform for businesses, entrepreneurs, and teams. Create social media posts, ads, and stories. Design flyers, posters, and print materials. Make business cards, digital business cards, websites, and link in bio pages. Every template is automatically customized with your logo and brand colors, keeping your branding consistent. AI is built into every tool, making it fast and easy to create professional designs, even if design is not your thing. But here's the best part. You can get up to 88% off your first logo, and every subsequent design is already discounted. That makes it easy to build a professional brand without spending a fortune. Design.com has a 4.7-star rating on Trustpilot for a reason. Business owners are using it everywhere to save time, create beautiful designs, and focus on your business instead of getting stuck on branding. Whether you are launching or scaling a multi-million-dollar brand like Krissy, Design.com makes it fast, simple, and easily accessible to everyone. So click the link in the description to get your exclusive discount and start building your brand today. While we're here in Oner Active's HQ in London. You've not got one, but you've also got two businesses. Let's go check out the rest of the office.
Come, let me show you around.
So Krissy, as part of your fitness empire, you went from EvolveYou and invested money from that into creating Oner Active. What was the inspiration behind that?
Being a fitness girl myself, I could never find activewear that truly fitted how I wanted it to. I would always find myself tying the waistband, cutting the leggings because they were too long, DIY sportswear, and I did that quite a lot. And I realized that there's a huge gap in the market. And that gap was, who is actually genuinely creating women's focused activewear that is performance first, silhouette driven, and actually women genuinely want to wear.
Right.
So let us be your one-stop shop. This is where you come. If you move your body, you come to Oner.
Yeah.
So that was the inspiration behind it. It was selfishly built for my own needs.
Right.
And then it just kind of blew up and happened.
So you know what? How do you go from there? Like, what is the process? And you've made a product and it's not what you want it to be. Like, how do you then get back into the lab and try and reinvent until you find the right product for your audience? What is that process like?
At the time, we invested roughly 300,000 euros into the business. I remember I hired a designer, but it wasn't quite right. And I think that's the trickiest part about business, finding the right people in your team.
Yeah.
And I think it's about just really working towards establishing what you want to build in this world. And hopefully the right people will come along and see that vision with you and really want to work towards that. And it's not as easy as that because there's a lot of hurdles in the way.
Yeah, I can imagine. So it's one thing to have millions of followers on Instagram, but it's another thing to convert those followers into actual paying customers. How did you go about it?
I started something I loved and I hoped other people would love it too. I shared the journey. I was open about the journey. And I think that's how you really attract the right crowd and the right people and who believe in your journey just as much as you do.
Yeah.
With that being said, it's my responsibility to create incredible product for these women.
Yeah.
I'm not going to half-ass it. And women are already battling with maybe body dysmorphia, maybe feeling a bit insecure.
Yeah.
We're fluctuating. We have periods, menopause, perimenopause. So our body's always changing. The last thing you want to do is put something on and feel insecure.
Yeah.
So if Oner can help you feel more secure in yourself when you slip on a straight leg soft motion pant or a little bralette, my job's done.
Yeah, that soft motion. This is the one if I'm not right?
This is the one. This is the straight leg pant that everyone comes at me for.
So how do you make something like this become so viral and a must-have for every girl who goes to the gym, even if they don't go to the gym?
I had this idea of a straight leg pant when I got pregnant.
Right.
And it was because I would see my body was changing quite a lot and leggings didn't really fit how they used to, or they didn't feel comfortable how they used to. I would always wear straight leg joggers, but working out in straight leg joggers was just really hot and heavy. So we were creating this fabric anyway. This is called our soft motion fabric, which is trademarked to the business.
Yeah.
And we worked really closely with our mills to custom blend it. So it's a special blend. I didn't think much of it, but then looking back, there isn't much of this shape in the market. It's always shorts, cycling shorts, leggings, but there wasn't any other flowing product that was easy. You could train in, but maybe go for a drink after or brunch or whatever you wanted to do.
It's adaptable, gives you that freedom as well.
Exactly. So I remember I put these on and I did a TikTok and I was like, I think I found the best pants. Woke up the next morning, had 7 million views on that TikTok.
That's crazy. And to think it was the late addition to the collection.
Yeah, it was a spaghetti on the wall. I call them an experiment.
And it stuck.
And it stuck. And we can't seem to keep our stock up with these, even though we're trying constantly. We sold about 15,000 units of these in, I think, an hour or something.
What the hell?
I can't even make sense of it, but I can at the same time, because when you put them on, you just feel so good in them.
Yeah.
So it's a staple. When you're not feeling your best, you put these on. Even when you're feeling like a baddie, you put them on and you feel great. So yeah.
Nah, I'm sure they're an amazing pan. Also, marketing. What do you think are the best marketing channels and avenues that have worked for Oner and do you think work for yourself as well?
Oner right now has such a strong community, and our conversion rate and our retention rate is really, really high. One thing that we're actively working on now is the next phase, which is more awareness and really bringing people who have never heard of Oner to become lukewarm with Oner. And one way we do that is we always post our community and also our ambassadors. They train differently. Some of them are hybrid, some of them are strength training, some of them are yoga, Pilates.
How do you go about picking your ambassadors?
It is an interesting process. It's definitely more strict now. Before, it was a little bit more open. Now we're incredibly critical about the process. Are they qualified? Are they genuinely passionate about fitness? Do they genuinely want to help their community in their fitness journey? Are we proud of them to be a spokeswoman for our brand, and why?
I mean, it's a lot of weight on an ambassador's shoulder as well to have a multi-million-pound brand behind you. So you've been dropping some numbers here and there. So I think it's only right for us to go talk numbers.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So let's start with EvolveYou. How much revenue has EvolveYou generated in the last year?
In the past 12 months, EvolveYou has generated roughly $10 million.
Crazy. And on Oner Active, it's your 5th birthday this week?
Yes, it is.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you, thank you.
So it being your 5th birthday, I believe you just had your biggest week of sales. I don't want to say the number, but how much did you make this week?
So from Thursday to Thursday, so we had 2 drops, we made roughly $9 million from Thursday to Thursday. So
what's been the revenue growth for Oner Active?
Last year, we closed the year on roughly 100 to 105, I believe, $1 million.
Wow. So take us through that revenue growth in the last 5 years.
Year 1, $10 million. Year 2, $25 million. Year 3, $61 million. Wow. Year 4, $102 million.
So in 2023, it was 61 million.
Yes.
And then last year you closed on $102 million. What would you say happened in those years that made that jump?
Product is by far the number one most important thing. If you obsess over it, every single stitch, detail, fabric, execution, people will fall in love with it so much that they won't just want one color, they might want 5. So I think what we did really well is we doubled down on innovation, styles, products, and offered it in multiple colors.
Within your reach, what is the revenue breakdown from sales in the UK, in the US, and just internationally across the world?
Our biggest market is the US, with about 50% of our sales there.
Wow.
So it's continuously growing.
Yeah.
Oner really connects with this US audience for some reason. But at the same time, our UK community is really strong with about 30%. It's definitely an interesting split because we were curated in the UK.
Yeah.
But it just, again, is testimony that it doesn't matter where you're from, it's how good your product is.
Exactly. So for Oner Active to keep growing, you have to keep reinvesting. How do you balance the continuous cycle of reinvesting into your businesses as well as paying yourself as a founder?
So we're privately owned. So we've never even taken a loan out.
Wow.
So everything is in-house that we do. Our finance team is absolutely incredible. For the first 3 years of business, I didn't pay myself anything.
Wow.
But also, I had money coming in from other places. I still sustained a lot of my paid partnerships, and I was still posting on YouTube, which was a stream of revenue for me. I would definitely say you need to pay yourself a little bit.
So running 2 businesses must be, I don't know, poetic chaos. How do you manage your ship? Like, how do you delegate? How many people are involved in those 2 businesses with you?
Combined, we have hundreds of employees when you really think about even the wonderful people that work at the warehouse or ambassadors. It's a lot of people, it's a lot of pressure. I don't do it all myself. I have incredible directors and CEOs. My strength is not in being a CEO, and I don't want to be a CEO. And again, I think the way you grow a business is by not bottlenecking yourself to think you're great at everything. And I think it's about identifying what you're good at and what someone else is better at.
I guess you wear many hats. You're a creative director and you're also a mum and a partner to someone. How do you manage the lifestyle and the dynamic lives that you live?
Sometimes I'm not a good mum. Sometimes I'm not a good partner. Sometimes I might not be a good boss. Meaning things take more precedence than the other. I don't really agree with balance, because balance can't happen when you have to be focused at one thing and then the other thing has to take a step back. So I always think about it as like this constant tango. Right now, I'm in the UK. I have to be focused on this interview with you, and I have to give you my best self. And when I'm home with my son, I'm present with him and I have to give him my best self. When something is required from me, at that very moment, I have to be the best at it I possibly can.
Would you say you have a routine, something you sort of like a structure that you stick to constantly?
The only routine I have is the gym. No matter where I go, what country I'm at, what hour, I will make time to move my body. So I don't have a routine, but the gym.
So you must have loved the gyms in LA, because now you've moved from the UK to LA. What are the benefits for you? And I guess what are the benefits for entrepreneurs from you moving from the UK to LA?
I think moving to the US as an entrepreneur was one of the best decisions I ever made, purely on the basis that as much as I love the UK, there is a little bit of the poppy syndrome. And I do feel like everyone's really scared to talk about their success. And oftentimes I don't really feel like it's celebrated like it should be. In the US, it's a very different mentality, and it's more celebrated. It's like, oh, you've come this far? That's incredible. Let me be part of your team. Let me help you.
So you're an entrepreneur in many ways, and you've been doing this for a while. What would you say has probably been the biggest challenge in your journey so far?
Being a woman. I think that when a woman says something, she can come across as a one way. When I've seen a man say the same thing, and he comes across another way. I think that women do overcome a lot more than men do in businesses. Not to make this man v women, because I don't really see stuff like that, because I think if you are great at what you do, it doesn't matter who you are. But I have noticed and I have felt a specific energy being a woman in business, and being a woman in business who used to post or still posts bikini pictures. And it's like, the question is oftentimes, does she know what she's doing, or did she only get there because of the way she looks or posting what she posted? And I don't know the answer to that question.
You're right. So you mentioned earlier about potentially having your first retail store in the US. What other future plans are there for EvolveYou and Oner Active?
Really big. I can't talk about them now.
Okay.
But they are very exciting, and a lot of growth is on the horizon. But fundamentally, I really just want to build somewhere cool to work, and I really want to build some cool product. And the rest will kind of figure itself out.
Thinking into the future as well, you mentioned a lot of growth, a lot of expansion, and your reach just getting wider generally. Do you think there will come a point where you look to take on an investor, or are you going to be bootstrapped forever?
Who knows? Who knows? But
She doesn't want to spill.
I don't want to spill, but I think in order to go to the next level, you have to make some serious decisions and partner up with some great people that can get you to the next level. And that's why I genuinely believe partnering with people is the best thing you can do. Because you might be the visionary and, you know, the founder, but then there's other people that are better than you at something, but you're great at something else. There's a lot of times where my team is like, you're wrong. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You do it your way, because that's why you're here. You're better than me. Than I am about that. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. You know better than me.
There's a lot of gems you've dropped today, but To all those young entrepreneurs out there who are trying to build clothing brands, fitness apparels, or just trying to build something in general, what is one piece of advice you would give to them?
I would say you got to enjoy the ride, man. You've got to enjoy the journey. The goal is going to change. It's going to get bigger. It might get smaller. It might go back. It might go forward. But you have to wake up every single day and love what you do. You got to love this shit. You've got to really enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy it, this isn't for you. Because it is hard. In the space of a week, I've had more bad news than you could possibly imagine. But you still got to get up, brush your teeth, and make decisions.
Yeah, and your journey has been amazing, sort of to see a young girl from Albania all the way to the UK, and now 2 multi-million-dollar brands. That's incredible. Like, not a lot of people can say that, especially from where you've come from. So I guess it's been amazing to sort of walk through that journey with you, see your HQ, see some of the products, and just hear from you herself. So yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course, thank you.
Wishing you all the best for the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And there you have it, guys. This has been More Than Numbers. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.